been annoying and difficult for me to like stream, but I think I figured it out now. I have to like click a blank screen and guess where the buttons are because YouTube's like it's been a bit odd for me right now. But we're here now. This is part 2 of my 2022 makeup empties. Half of it I've already uploaded where I talk about things like the L'Oreal Nude Plumping Serum, the 24-hour Infallible matte cover foundation, things like that. If you'd like to see more things that I have panned that I've already talked about, check out part 1. This is going to be part 2. Part 1 I just uploaded as a normal video, but part 2 I'm going live for. So I still have quite a bit of stuff to talk about in here, and let's get into some setting sprays. So I used up 2 setting sprays definitely this year, and then one of them like sort of. I want to show you. So I used up all of the Infallible L'Oreal. Wait, let me show you. I used up all of the L'Oreal Paris Shake and Glow Spray Illuminator, Luminous Setting Spray. This is what it looked like. It did leave a dewy finish on the skin, so I wouldn't overdo this. I wouldn't recommend trying to set your face for a night out or a cheer competition or something that you want it to be bulletproof for. This does add a luminous glow, but it also adds a dewiness to the skin, and sometimes that means that your foundation is just not going to last as long. So I wouldn't recommend this for a full coverage look, but if you do have like quite a matte face and you want to make a little bit more glowy and like take away some of the intense matte aspects of it, make a little bit more natural and radiant, I would recommend this. I do enjoy it. I do think it gives a nice fresh look to the skin. It adds a little bit more hydration, and I think it's a nice setting spray for radiance if that's what you're looking for. Now if you're looking for something more mattifying, I really enjoyed the L'Oreal Infallible finish. I would agree with this. This was like my bulletproof set your face matte, set it in place, locked and loaded, let's go kind of setting sprays. So I feel like both of these setting sprays really did perform for their specific finishes, and I liked both of them for their own things. Also, this one I felt like smelled like argan oil to me. This one I repurchased in like the new formula version of it. Let me sniff it. It just smelled like a setting spray. It didn't really have a particular scent about it. But yes, I liked this one so much that I did repurchase the new updated version. So out with the old, in with the new. This one's slightly different. This one was the magic setting spray. This one's the Infallible mattifying setting spray. I'm really enjoying using this at the moment, and it's my current go-to mattifying setting spray. Love them both. This currently isn't in this container though, because this currently contains my Maybelline Glass Sprays fluid. Unfortunately, with the Maybelline Glass Spray, something about the dewy radiant formula, it has so much like oils in it. There's something wrong with it. I'm not really sure, but I really don't recommend the Maybelline Glass Spray. At first I found it enjoyable, but then it became irritating because it clogs every single spray nozzle. This nozzle is now clogged. This one is pretty much clogged as well, and so like if I try and spray my face with it, do you see what I mean? It's like you're not really going to be able to see. It's just like a bit of an oily finish. I feel a bit of resistance inside the actual nozzle. This spray makes your face kind of oily, so don't really enjoy it, but I did have to empty the bottle so that I could use it because the nozzle is now clogged on this one, so that's why this is in the empties container, and this is holding it for me because this nozzle is getting clogged. It is not yet entirely clogged. But yes, that's that on that. That's my setting spray rant. Let's get into some more face products. I want to talk about this highlighter. This is a classic highlighter. This is the Becca Champagne Pop, the Shimmering Skin Perfector, the original classic. All gone. Love Champagne Pop. This was my sister's one. She gave it to me to finish because she wasn't using it anymore because it was shattered, and I powered through this in a span of a month. Using it on myself, using it on my face and body, using it on friends. It was just really easy for me to go through this highlighter. The Infallible, not Infallible, oh my gosh. The Shimmering Skin Perfector formula from Becca is classic, it's timeless, and they've now continued it with Smashbox. So now that Becca is discontinued as a brand, if you'd like to find this formula, I would recommend checking out Smashbox because they have now got this formula product in stock over there. Also about this product, the shade Champagne Pop's a classic. Everyone loves it for a reason. It's my shade family. It's that golden, champagne-y kind of tone that works good on a range of skin tones. It's supposed to be universal. It works on my skin tone. I love it. Works on all the friends that I have tried it on. Except if you are very pale, I wouldn't recommend layering it too much because it is like more of a golden tone, and some people just suit like an icier highlight. So if you are very pale, like very pale, I would recommend something a bit more like moonstone or maybe even opal, depending on what undertones and shade your skin is. But this works for most skin tones, in my opinion. Champagne Pop is a classic for a reason. Use it up, easy to use up. Next, I have a blush to show you guys, and this is a blush I've been working on for a while. This is from Bourjois, and it's in the shade 43 Coral Temptation. This is what the shade looked like. It was so pretty. I would just go in with a little brush and pat this on the face. There's like a little bit of powder in here. I'm going to try and clean it out. It's exactly the shade family that I'm into, kind of in the same tones as um, like NARS Orgasm, or like, you know, this shade family is like the exact shade that I go for in every single product. It's just that corally, peachy kind of shade with a little bit of pink and a little bit of orange. And this one had like the slightest gold reflex, but not really noticeable. Something like Orgasm or even Luminoso from Milani would have more of that gold reflect, but there was a little bit of sheen to this. It was not entirely matte. No, actually, I lied. I think this was matte, actually. Sorry, I used it up a while ago. Um, it was another blush that I'm thinking of that had a slight sheen. I believe this was just like the matte version of Orgasm from NARS. Really cute, loved it. Easy to use up. Had a really cute little floral rosy scent. It did take me ages to go through though. So by the end, I was like, come on, let's use this product up. These little pot of blushes is like one of the signature like staple hero products from Bourjois, which I do enjoy as a brand. And so it was nice to try out and finish up one of their products again because yeah, it's just a brand that I turn to time and time again. It's just a really good high quality brand and affordable, and at an affordable drugstore price point. It's not the most affordable. There are cheaper brands at the Australian chemist, drugstore, pharmacy, whatever. But it isn't overpriced. Next, I have two little minis to show you guys. The first one is from Stila, and this is in the shade Kitten. This is one of their little what's it called? Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is such a pretty shade, but unfortunately mine is all dried up. Kitten was one of those shades that was like really iconic. Everyone was wearing Kitten on their eyes for a period of time. The shade is like a pinky champagne. It's not like a golden champagne. I would really say this is like a pinky pearlescent kind of champagne. And you can tell compared to like, this is Gilded Honey from Laura Geller. You can tell that this one has a lot more pink in it compared to like a golden shade. This was in a liquid formula. It was good on the eyes. I wore it to some like cheer competitions and things like that. Unfortunately, it's all dried up now, so I can't get any more use out of it. Next, I have the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Face Oil. This was gorgeous, and I actually used this for ages before it was used up. It came in this really cute little glass bottle with a nice little dropper, and I will probably clean this out and reuse it for like a travel oil for something else. It's just such a cute little container. And it was such a cute little product. I really liked it. It was nourishing on the skin. It says suggested use: apply 2 to 3 drops to face, neck, chest, hands, back of arms, or any other place needing increased moisture. It was just a really gorgeous little hydrating product. I got so much use out of this and used it all over my face for like ages and ages, even though this was such a small product. This is the mini size that I got for free in a Makeup Beauty loot box. If you purchase the full size of this, you will have it for ages. I will not be purchasing the full size of this because it's too expensive for me. So I was lucky enough to be able to enjoy it in this mini size thanks to the Makeup Beauty loot box. But this is a gorgeous product. Totally would recommend if you can afford it. A really nice hydrating luxury oil. Felt really nice on the face. Didn't smell offensive or anything. I didn't have any negative thing to say about it except the price point means I can't repurchase it. Next, I used up this mini. This is a mini of NARS Orgasm. Did I even use this up? Oh, I did. Interesting. So it was just a little foil like this. You open it up. And then there was like this little piece of paper on the inside with a piece of card and a piece of plastic over the top, and you just rubbed the blush off there. NARS Orgasm is just a classic, so I just used it up, and you know, NARS Orgasm, love it. Is that the guy who is the founder and creative director of NARS? I never knew what he looked like. There he is. Slay. Anyway, yes, I used up another mini of NARS blush. Love that stuff. Tried and true. It's a classic. It's a universal shade for a reason. Next, I want to show you 2 eyeliners I used up. I'm surprised I only used up two eyeliners, honestly. I have so many eyeliners that are open right now, so it's kind of funny. I used up one of the Colourpop liquid liners. This is the BFF one. Looks like this. It is a circular one in that, like, it's not got any flat edge. It's just a brush tip eyeliner all the way around, and then has the like shaking sound in there. And then this one is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner. This one is not circular all the way around, kind of like a flat nib, if that makes sense. So there's a thin side and a wide side, whereas the other one is circular the whole way around. The nib is the same shape in all directions. Um, these two are so crusty and dried up. They are the two affordable brush tip eyeliners that I turn to time and time again. These are both repurchases. I have a million of these in my collection, and after they get used up, I will buy more. Tried and true, always trust these. I'm a wing liner girl. I'm not wearing a wing liner right now. I haven't been actually for a while recently because I've had fake lashes on, because I've been wearing lash extensions. But I really, really recommend these eyeliners. Buy them. This one is cruelty free, so if you're looking for a cruelty free option, I would go for the Colourpop BFF one because I don't think the Maybelline one is cruelty free. But they are both affordable. This one is just a little bit more accessible here for me because Colourpop I'd have to purchase online and wait for it to arrive from America. And sometimes that takes a long time, whereas this is available at the Australian drugstore. This one I would wait till it goes on sale because I'm someone who always needs eyeliner when there is a half price sale on like Maybelline. I pick up a couple of these. Good eyeliners, I swear by them. If you know any drugstore priced available in Australia brush tip eyeliners in the shade black, let me know in the comments because that's my favorite thing ever. That's all I have to say about those. I used up a sample of a foundation. This was the Charlotte Light Wonder 2. This was gorgeous. I love Charlotte Tilbury products, especially the face products. This was gorgeous. I also used up a Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Vanilla. I can't remember why I bought this. I think at the time I was short on full coverage foundations because as you can tell, I've been going through a lot of foundation. And it was at a moment where I needed a full coverage foundation for a competition weekend, I believe. And so I quickly like dashed into Mecca and picked up a little sample pot of a tried and true. And you know what? The Too Faced Born This Way has never let me down. This one was in the shade Vanilla. That's my shade. It's a good one. I used the sample. I enjoyed it for the competition. And then I went and bought some drugstore foundation. That is too expensive. I really go through a lot of foundation, as you can tell. I have almost to go through them in 6 months, and they're all from the drugstore. I'm probably spending maximum $20 per bottle of foundation. So that's, $80 on foundation. Versus if I was going through 4 bottles of high-end foundation, that'd be $60 a bottle, 4 times 60, $240 on foundation in 6 months. You see why I can't afford to go for a high-end foundation. As much as there are so many high-end foundations that I enjoy, it's just not financially feasible for me, especially at this stage of my life, to be able to go out and afford high-end foundations. Even if I do afford, like, enjoy them and I could, like, afford one or two, it's just like I go through foundation at such a rate that it's just not sensible for me to keep buying high-end foundations. So that's why all of my foundations I buy are always from the drugstore. The last foundation I want to talk about in this 6 monthly wrap-up is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Foundation. Perfectly matches skin color and texture, and I would agree. This one was a new version of the formula. I wear the shade 2 and Vanilla, and this new updated formula is supposed to improve skin quality in 2 weeks. It says the new super blendable formula that perfectly matches to your skin, ultrafine pigments to perfectly match your skin tone and undertone, perfectly natural coverage, hydrating care to moisturize and beautify your skin with 24-hour hydration. In 2 weeks, skin looks smoother and more radiant. Had SPF 15, 17, sorry, I lied. I like this foundation. It has a good pump. It's easy to use. Yeah, I used it all up. I enjoyed it. The shade range is really good. I've always found my shade. This is nice and light enough for my skin tone. It's got dark enough for my skin tone. It's just like tone-wise, really good. It's not too yellow. It's not too pink. It's just like the perfect amount of yellow for me. Still with that neutralness, and I just really, really enjoy this foundation. It is buildable coverage. You could sheer it out if you want lighter coverage. You could build it up if you want more full coverage. The pump is easy to use. It has a nice lid. It's never let me down. If you set it with powder, you can get a more matte finish. If you want to leave it, have a bit more of like a natural, almost radiant, but without being too dewy, just like a little bit of a natural glowy finish. I feel like it's a very easy to wear foundation. Would repurchase. Love this range. This is a tried and true, and I would recommend it to a friend. I love it more than a lot of other like medium foundations from the drugstore. What I mean by medium is like I would say that this is like the light coverage, the more radiant, the more dewy. This I would say is medium. It's just like an everyday foundation. You can mass it up, you can dew it up, you can do whatever you want with it, and then you've got the full coverage vibes. You know what I mean? So this is like the range from like light to intensive. Love all three of these. Really went through a really good, enjoyable phase of like nice foundations in the past 6 months. Love those three. Next, I have a pair of lashes that I want to talk about. These are the Colourpop Falsies in the style called Chick. Unfortunately, I left this pair at my ex's house and he couldn't find them anymore. And so I cop this as an empty, even though I've only worn them maybe 1 or 2 times. These were a really, really gorgeous style, and I would recommend them, although I don't think they sell this particular style anymore. If you search them up and you see what the style looks like, if you see a style from Colourpop that is similar, I would recommend them. These were really, really flattering on the eye. They were one of the largest lashes I'd tried on my eyes ever at that point, and they were really easy to apply. Didn't feel uncomfortable. I felt like they suited my eye shape. Really nice pair of lashes and good price point. Also cruelty free, of course. But yeah, been a big fan of the Colourpop lashes recently. Love them. If you see a style of Colourpop lashes that you think I would enjoy, tag me, send me a screenshot, do the thing because I am interested in Colourpop lashes. They have been treating me well since I have tried them this year. Well, last year now. Next, I want to talk about two mascaras that I have used up, and one of them has been whatever, and one of them has been hell yeah. So the whatever one is this like one that I got in a magazine years ago. This is the Long and Lashes mascara. It came free in a magazine. You can tell it's crusty. I can't even get it out. This is ready for the recycling. It's gross. I wouldn't recommend this. It's just one that I got free with the magazine, but I did use it for a portion of time. This one is the one that I loved. This is the Heroin Make Volume and Curl Mascara Advanced Film. I would recommend this to a friend. This is so dried up. Like, I'm going to try and apply some to my lower lashes because I think it'll be fun. Yeah, there's like nothing in here, but it's such a gorgeous mascara. I'm going to miss it so much. There's like nothing in here now. I've just put a line under my lash line. I loved this mascara. It was so dewy for so long. Wait, that's a really weird way of describing mascara. It was so wet for so long. And for me, for a mascara, I really enjoy a wet formula because it means that it's going to last longer before it dries out in my collection. I found it really lengthening, non-clumpy. It's a Japanese mascara, and so I feel like Japanese mascaras work really well on people with small lashes or no lashes. If you have a lot of lashes, I just can't relate. But as someone who has small, short Asian eyelashes, I really enjoy Japanese formulas, and this is my favorite out of all of them that I've tried so far. I've repurchased this. I've got a bunch of them. I'm going through another one right now. They all have different variations. So this one was the Volume and Curl Mascara, and I had used this for literally ages, and it lasted for so long. It really added volume and it really added curl. It held the curl quite well, and I feel like it added length as well. Just really nicely coated each lash. Felt very smooth and just a really enjoyable formula to use. The packaging is cute. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, that's the most prettiest little mascara I've ever seen. Like, honestly, I prefer the Essence Lash Princess style of packaging more. It's a little bit more like, ooh. But this was like a sleek mascara, and I would definitely recommend this to a friend, especially if she has lashes like me, short and lacking volume, curl, and length. Really, really recommend that one. 10 out of 10 mascara. Like, really, I'm enjoying another one of it right now. That is all the, those are all the products that are in my Project Pan Empties from 2022. That was my Project Pan roundup. After I finish streaming this video, I will be doing my 2023 Project Pan, talking about goals and stuff. So if you'd like to see what I'm interested in panning for 2023, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and you will see more Project Pan content. If you have panned a lot, let me know in the comments down below things that you've used up in 2022. I'm interested to hear what you've been using up recently, what you are working on finishing. I'm interested in all your Project Pan related comments. Also, I am very excited and proud about all the products that I used up in this year. You know, I went through some really large products, going through a large size bronzer. I feel like I could have gone through more, but I feel like in 2023, the beginning half of 2023, there's going to be a lot of things that I use up at once. So, you know, really enjoyed all the foundations that I went through, the sprays, the face wash. It was just a really enjoyable 6 months, and I'm looking forward to the next 6 months as I continue to power through my collection. I've really been, um, as per usual, using a lot of makeup, enjoying a lot of makeup, and I just love makeup. It's been great fun trying out all this stuff, and it's very satisfying to use it up. When I do get to the end of a product. Okay, that's all I have to say today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Hope you're well, sending you lots of love, and bye. Catch you next time.